Today I'll share with you my take on how the Hull House research can be seen as part of the early history of qualitative methods. I will highlight how their investigative methods, both qualitative and quantitative, were used to study a social problem.
She did embrace a person-environment perspective.
This historical relationship between religion and social work through the process of professionalization, or what happened when Miss Caseworker went scientific, as it says up there, which is a journal article from the family in 1919.
Darse cuenta that you can make this change.
So our analysis was actually based on a key code of darse cuenta.
However, you are living in a situation with a man who is controlling and perhaps even abusive. What are your children, though? If you think about what children observe in those environments, no parent is going to want to say, well, I'm failing. But the reality might be simply that. That does not mean that you will not grow it.
Issues of safety and security, that's how we frame that work.
These are like my BFFs.
Stigma doesn't necessarily have to be in a power situation.
Many of the parents involved with the public child welfare system are women, and drug abuse is especially stigmatized for women because it's strongly dissonant with cultural ideals of femininity and motherhood.
Given I'm going to get the hook. Yeah. There are basically none of these methods widely used in social work. But what we have here is a series of methods.
Contribution to social work, of course, because it fundamentally challenges social work as a field.
In qualitative research, I want to add as our purposes understanding, to learn, bear witness, inform others, to build, elaborate, or test theory. And I think qualitative research can test theory. It doesn't just build it, it can test it. And to generate new knowledge.
So how do you get back in sync with her so you can be in the room with her? And as I began to remember that, all of a sudden I wasn't doing two. I was engaged with. The day that I heard that song, I started
Narratively with their friends than I am.
So it's an explicit stance that young people are left out of decision making.
Yes.
It's so different, theoretically and otherwise, like just so different.
There was this creative, individualistic edge to it.
She's writing like the book. She's writing like the book. She's a third-year doctoral student. Just a love.
Poetry. Oral history.
grabbing something thinking for something other than what it is.
Moshula? Yay, you won! Yay! Moshula!
Samantha Clark.
Teresa Ronquillo. Yay, come on, Teresa! With this when it's done. Janelle!
This is the winner's table, and it went in order 1, 2, 3, 4. I never win. This is the first time.
Dr. Rose and Dr. Misa, congratulations. Thank you. Okay, we have to do this.
Making with participants is still very powerful and immense.
I'm just enormously grateful and filled with grace that this happens each year. Our theme is qualitative inquiry in the politics of advocacy. And this theme offers scholars the opportunity to foreground the politics of advocacy, pro and con, to form coalitions as we discuss this, to engage in debate on how qualitative research can be used to advance the causes of social justice. It gives me great honor now to turn to our first keynote speaker, Mikhail Kumernevo from Ben-Gurion University, the Negev. Her address is Writing Against Othering. She is the director of the Israeli Center for Qualitative Research and associate professor in the School of Social Work at Ben-Gurion University. During the 1990s, she worked as a clinical social worker focusing on women living with poverty. Her recent work has shifted to the politics of poverty and its intersection with gender. She was an early supporter of the Congress and has been to every Congress. She has been a research fellow at the University of Chicago. She is the author of several books. Please welcome our first keynote speaker.
It is a great honor for me to give this lecture this year. I would like to use this opportunity to share with you some of my thoughts regarding the possibilities that qualitative inquiry opens for research with a social change agenda.
This building is so beautiful.